Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with another Circle Line video. Now, the reason why I am currently in the Vador Juggernaut, you're in the Vador Juggernaut, which means you're, doing high DPS. Yes, Vador Juggernaut does high DPS practically all the time. It's a guarantee to do high damage with this ship. Granted, I have seen a few people have struggled breaking 100k with this ship with the current way that the game runs. It happens, we all start from somewhere. But the reason why I'm currently in my Vodor Jug, which by the way, it's only X1, not X2'd. I broke 1 mil DPS. Gosh, excuse me. Broke 1 mil DPS in this Vodor Jug in Hive Elite 3 days ago. Show you. So this was the parse that I did. This is me. This is a buddy of mine doing a high tier Beamfire at Will build with the Brain Free Fire trait. Now, as you all know, I don't have that trait. But as you can see, I'm running Beamfire at Will. Not only am I running Beamfire at Will, I'm using a build that no one really uses. Let me explain. Using Polaron. Not only am I using Polaron, I'm using Polaron no one even looks at. This Polaron comes from the Dyson Reputation, which you can get by doing the hourly, if you're at tier 6, the hourly boxes, or you can just, buy them with dilithium. The reason why I'm using this particular Polaron is because, because of its proc. On critical, ignore shields, does 443.3 proton damage. And then it also has another chance on crit to do 387.9 proton damage. So this is a weapon that has 3 procs that go off. The other proc is a 2.5% chance. And so that 2.5 excuse me, that 2.5% chance, which you can see at the bottom, right above the 1 second, minus 37.5 all current power levels, which, let's be fair, we don't care about that. It's the other procs that matter. Yes, I'm using Hellbore, just like I said in that one video. Use what you want. Fly what you want. Who cares what these, what certain people are saying about needing to use a certain ship or a certain trait or what have you. It's not necessary. It's not. You can fly whatever you want. Heck, all day today and yesterday I've been flying the Legendary Dare decks, which I plan on doing a video on that soon. So, I don't think I was running this console when I broke the million. I think I was just running another Isomag. I was playing with this console just because it comes off of the Vodor jug, but then I learned that you can use this on any jug. So I'm planning on playing with it on other juggernauts to see if the clicky does with the recharge time for the juggernaut array, which it should. But I was pretty much running 4 ISO mags, all these universal consoles that have clickies, plus 2 Dyson, not Dyson, gosh dang it, brain, work with me here. Colony World tactical consoles. This is pretty much what my general setup is all the time. A lot of times I am running 2 Colony tactical consoles just because they help with survivability. Is it required? No. Some of my builds actually don't even have the room for it because of clickies. And now, of course, I'm using the Brain engine just because I don't want to use the competitive engines anymore. I like to have more control. Anyway, so with the Hive run, this is the ship that I used. This is the setup that I used, and I am using Polaron. Not very many people use Polaron nowadays, and it did, as you can see, 1.1 million DPS in Hive. This is the first time I ever did over a million DPS in Hive. It was just me and my buddy, blind queuing, and then we got 3 randoms. Now, with this being said, when it comes to running whatever you want, I'm being dead serious. Run whatever you want. My Daredevil build, which I will show you right now, which I do plan on doing a video on, has the potential to break 1,000,000 as well. I just gotta finish upgrading everything. And I'm just using basic plasma. I need to take care of my acid reflux. But yeah, I'm just using basic plasma right here with pen. And I need to re-engineer them and I'll finish upgrading them. But, I mean, that one has over, but, you know, whatever. I might even replace this with this. Yeah, I think I might do that because of the extra 2%. Yeah, so prepare for a video on the legendary Daredevil. But yeah, so this ship is averaging like 5, 7, 8, 900k in infected elite quite regularly. So this ship does have the ability to hit 1,000,000. Just like pretty much at this point, any ship has the ability to break 1,000,000. Just got to find the right setup. Let me go ahead and go back to my Juggernaut real quick so then I can show you what traits I'm using and to show you that I'm not using the Breen Free Fire trait. With them fixing what Cryptic did and nerfing Beamfire at will into the ground to where it has that long cooldown time and no longer has that long cooldown time. So I'm literally just using flagship staffing. And as you can see, this setup is literally what I had. I was running Exodus Active Probat. I was running 2 Intel teams. I was running 2 engineering teams. And I'm running fresh from R&R. And this setup, broke 1,000,000 in Hive. Elite. And certain groups will sit there and say, oh, this trait is useless, don't use it. Or, fresh from R&R is not worth using in PvE. I disagree. Fresh from R&R is great because, you know, the shared cooldown for team abilities is knocked down to 10 seconds. Which means you can literally spam these team buffs constantly. So practically I'm untargetable 99% of the time. I have the engineering team constantly going off, which means I have flagship staffing constantly going off. So with me spamming Intel team, this trait is constantly going on. So let's increase, you know, bonus weapon damage by 15% and control expertise, which combining that with fragmented, fragmented AI tech, getting even more DPS out of it. Because you're getting more control. So like I have like things that are working together in tandem, and it's great. So I just did 1,000,000 DPS with Polaron, which is another energy type, just like Tetrion, that's kind of forgotten. Yes, they did get the Breen Polaron not that long ago, which is great Polaron, but in my personal opinion, the Photonic Polaron is the best because of its proc. It's nutty how strong the proc is. Which I really don't want to make this video exposing this Polaron because it's possible that it might get nerfed. But with that being said, if you like Polaron and you don't want to spend millions of EC, get this Polaron. Like, it's literally free. It'll just cost the lithium, or just take the time to do the hourly boxes as you're playing. I'm working on a single beam build for it as well. I have, I think, a few. Or at least I thought I did. I guess not. No, because I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, so I have a few, and I'm even getting dual heavy cannons as well. Because I honestly do believe that this is the best this is the best Polaron. that you can get. Just, my opinion. I am using the advanced Phaso Polaron, which I'm only using that because I only have 4 of these, and this also gives a 2% bonus all damage. And then I'm also running this turret because I can't use the Omni Beam because of the Pavin Proton Omni Beam. But this also gives a 2% bonus all damage with me running Rapid Fire because of Hellbore Light. Then this thing just starts rapid firing, which is pretty nice damage. Granted, it's just a turret, but it's still something. So, if you like Polaron, this is the Polaron that I recommend. And yes, I know, Photo Juggernaut, it can easily break a million quite regularly. Yes, I know. But I'm using a setup that no one really uses when it comes to, especially Polaron. Polaron is not that great, but Protonic Polaron is amazing. So remember, this ship, with this setup, these traits, did this in a Hive Elite. I unfortunately cleaned my log since then because I've been parsing like crazy, and you already know how logs go. They kind of, what do I want to call it? They kind of go crazy when it comes to getting too full. But it is doable. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed my little walkthrough on this. You can literally do the same setup on the Voth Stronghold, because the Voth Stronghold can literally do this too. Not even joking. It's literally a mini Juggernaut. That's how strong the Voth Stronghold is. It's so good. So you can do basically the same thing minus the the big cannon, which is, this thing. Can't do that, but you still have a hangar bay, so you can even throw in some shuttles that debuff your opponent, which can increase your damage. So yeah. This can be used on the Voth Stronghold, so if you're a free-to-play player, here you go, and you like Polaron, here you go. Like, this is perfect for you. And you can literally do this. Like, these consoles you can craft, buy on the exchange. These consoles you can get from the colony. This deflector you can get from the colony. This engine you can get from a mission. If you can't get access to the competitive, because competitive TFOs aren't running, so that's going to take you a while to get anyway. Just go to piece for extra survivability. This comes from an event ship, so if you end up getting a Phoenix token, you can get this console from, from the Phoenix box. Which, yes, I know, the epic Phoenix tokens are next to impossible to get. I understand, but it still happens. Actually, was talking to a guy just the other day who literally, as soon as I hopped in Discord, was like, oh, look, I got a Phoenix. So, it can happen. Zen Store. This console's unfortunately a lockbox, so I do apologize about that one. This one is also a lockbox, but if you do end up getting the, I know that it was one of like the most successful mud market bundles, kind of like this one, but it, the ship that comes with this console. There are other consoles that you can use in place of this one. The only reason why I'm using this is because it's very good passive, very good clicky, and it's great. But there are other consoles you can get from ships that are from the Zen Store that work just as good as this one. Well, not just as good, but close enough. Zen Store. This is also lockbox, but you can easily replace this with something else. The only reason I'm using this is just because boost phaser damage, which helps with this, and that also boosts phaser damage. So these 3 consoles are working together with each other. But you can easily do this setup without the consoles that come from lockbox ships, which is just 3 of them, and which is these 3. Easily replace them with consoles that come from the Zen Store, which I do all the time. It's very easy to do high numbers with just ships from the Zen Store. I'm actually currently doing that in another character, which I will do videos on that once he's actually ready and done, but Yeah, you can literally do this with the this setup with the Voth Stronghold and do really high numbers. The traits that I'm currently using, there is only 2 traits that I'm using with this ship that come, no, 3 traits that come from Lockbox or R&D promo. However, because of how many traits are now out there from the Zen store, and with what the current dev team has been releasing as of late, these past few years, it is very easily obtainable to be able to just get Zen ships and do really high numbers. I was doing that with my legendary Bird of Prey. And keep in mind, I don't do nanny runs. I am against nanny runs. I do not support nanny runs. That's not DPSing. It's not. That's where I stand on that. And I'll always have that stance. If you're getting like high numbers from nannying, that's not true DPS. That's just you abusing other people. And that's it. That's why I like doing blind Q. Because the odds of you running into a nanny in a blind queue is literally next to 0. I don't ever run into nannies because the only people that are doing nannying are pre-built teams. So every single time I've broken a million has been without a nanny. So if I can do it with running nothing but Zen bot stuff, you can do it. Now, for those who are free to play, yes, it is going to be a lot harder. Yes, it's going to take you a lot longer. But achieving high numbers to be able to do elite runs is doable, hence why I made that budget build video with stuff that I have acquired for free over the years of me playing. Someone put a comment saying, "Oh, why are you using stuff from that long ago with players that, don't have that stuff?" I literally said in the beginning of that video, I'm using stuff that I have acquired over the years of just doing events. So, the next goal of mine is to break 1 million with Tetrion. And I am very close. So when I do achieve it, I'll let y'all know. I know that it's doable because I know that there's a guy out there that is a Tetrion enthusiast, just like I am. And he also runs Tetrion and has achieved 1 million with it. But once I achieve 1 million doing blind Q, I'll let y'all know, because I can do it with Polaron, I can do it with Anti-Proton, I can do it with Phaser, I can do it with Disruptor. I've already done it with Phaser and Disruptor. I've now done it with Polaron. I'm currently working on doing it with Plasma, and I'm going to do it with my Legendary Dideradex once I get the basic Plasmas upgraded, which I'll be doing a video on that as well, because Legendary Dideradex is, well, it's just amazing. I mean, come on, it's the Dideradex. One of the most legendary Romulan ships ever created. I love this thing. But yeah, so stay tuned. I look forward to making more. I'm making these videos to bring more information out there that some other people just don't either A, want you to know, or B, want you to only use what they use. And I'm not about that. You fly what you want and find a way to make it work, because that's what I've been doing, and I've been having a blast. Anyway, God bless. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.